Hey all, welcome back. This is Dino the Ops Guy. This is Production Management of Practice, or Stardew Production Management 101. It's basically a production management course. Rather than starting from a specific textbook, it's actually starting from the environment. In this case, the environment is the production that goes on in Stardew Valley. So hopefully that works for you. We cover a lot of topics. There's some topics that we will not get to because they just don't exist in Stardew Valley. And one of that set of topics is the formulas. So actually next episode, in episode 72, we are going to get specifically to the formulas that you would take in a production management class and how they relate or don't relate to this environment. But we are going to get to basically what's going on the floor. So I take care of the strategic and the upper management situation. We have first on the floor, who takes care of all the things on the day-to-day level because they are separate considerations. You wouldn't want necessarily one person doing both if you could avoid it. They are different mindsets. So today, the objectives are water and harvest crops, pet animals, and process animal products. And because it's a Monday, we're going to check the special orders board. We're hoping for community cleanup. That would be ideal because that could get us the fiber seeds that we would love to have fiber. There are some other ways we can get fiber, but not many good ones. We'd also like to collect 450 wood for the house upgrade. And then, if there's free time, forage, mine, whatever the case. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Av. Okay, the weather tomorrow is going to be clear because we have the festival, so that's good. And the spirits are somewhat mildly perturbed. And if you're living off the land, you can make tappers. We figured that out. Hi, Granny. Granny Evelyn is here. She's going to give us a pot that we can use so we can plant stuff indoors. That's kind of nice. You still have to water it, though. You can't even use sprinklers, as far as I can tell. So we're going to skip forward on that. But Mayor Lewis is inviting us to the Stardew Valley, or reminding us about the Stardew Valley Fair. So we have our grain stuff that is all set up. We're good for that. So we do want to continue making strawberries until we get 20 seeds. That's kind of the idea. Hi, Meow. Water and pet meow, and we got some oak resin, so we can use the oak resin, of course. There's nothing in the bat cave, but we did pick up our blueberries so that we could do our dehydrator. We're good. We're going to put the planter in the greenhouse, so we don't have to worry about snow or rain or anything like that. And we're going to plant a cactus in it, so we need some cactus fruit to create cactus fruit seeds. So that's kind of the plan there. So we're picking up the corn. Now, Dino mentioned that there are some things that we're not going to get to here. And then he said we're going to get the formulas next episode. Yeah, the stuff that we're not going to get to, we're going to try and get to, just that we won't get to it organically in the game. But we will force it so that it is a regular operations management course. So you can learn operations management even from the stuff that doesn't necessarily come up in Stardew Valley. However, it's not going to seem as organic as some of the stuff we do. So, for example, when we're talking bottlenecks, we're looking at actual bottlenecks that we're dealing with in Stardew Valley. When we're looking at cells, for example, that apple jelly cell is a way to sort of coordinate things so that we can dedicate resources and create some sort of fluid arrangement. But not everything is going to work out as organic. Oh, we got all our animals. That's excellent. So next episode, Dino is going to take some time and talk about formulas while I'm at the fair saying hi to all the people, and that's going to work out time-wise, so at least a little better. Okay, let's get everything watered. We don't have to water that full row because we only have 3 stuff in. Actually, there's 1 row, we only have 1 in it. Still going to do 3. I don't think watering just 1 plot makes sense. With a 5, might as well just water 3. A lot of that has to do with I don't know when to stop if I just wanted to water 1 because it's been so long. I know what a 3 is and I know what a 5 is by feel. These were going from the side again because we pulled up that sprinkler, using that in the greenhouse. So, but it just works out that arrangement can be watered from the side by using 5. So we're going to make our way over to Pierre's, but first we are going to make a keg because we did get some oak resin, and we have some copper bar, and we have some iron bar. So we can do that. We can drop hops in it. So it's going to make pale ale for us. Just one more way we're going to get pale ale. We like getting pale ale because there's some money there. The cactus seed, if we don't water it every day, that's not a big deal. It really is just a way to have a source of cacti if we need it, or cactus fruit if we need them. Rather than storing all kinds in inventory. We're probably still going to have some in inventory, but that's the theory. We have some stuff where we go by the theories. We're going to take our treasure trove, or artifact trove, as well as all of our other geode items to Clint, so we can open them up. The plan here is, if we get enough of Gunther's shelves covered with new stuff, he's going to give us a rusty key so we can go see Krobus. And Krobus can sell us iridium sprinklers, which is a good thing. Among other things, Krobus is a good guy. We can get a void chicken egg as well. But the idea being, we have to fill up all of Gunther's shelves, and we're not going to do it with rusty spurs and limestone that we already have. This is not a good start. Oh, there's some stuff we haven't had in basalt. We can give that to Gunther, but it's probably still going to be a few more trips before we end up getting the key for Krobus. Oh, and a dwarf gadget. We'll keep that. I think we can use that to gift to Demetrius. Maybe even the dwarf. I don't know the dwarf's name. It's been a while since I've talked to the dwarf. So, and we got a double. We can sell from the double. That's fine. Okay, let's make our way over to Gunther's. Start filling his shelves again. Probably nowhere near what we need. Just looking through. Oh yeah, we're probably another dozen that we need items, so it's not going to happen today. But we did get a reward. Oh, it's the one of the rewards. There were two there, but one of the rewards we can use in some sort of valuable sense is the scarecrow, or the rare crow. We don't have option to the community cleanup, but we have Pierre's Prime Produce, and we happen to have some gold corn that we can put in there now. That's a good start. So yeah, let's go say hi to Pierre. We had never say hi to Pierre. This is the time we're going to say hi. We're going to go drop off the gold corn so we don't inadvertently sell it. We can always get it back, I guess, easy enough. But then we'll go and sell the rest of the stuff, the duck feather, the dehydrated stuff, the fairy rose honey. We'll go up and drop off the crocus in the community center, so that we get that much closer to finishing the Winterforge bundle, and that much closer to finishing the that room. So the last one on that bundle is the snow yam. We can't get it until winter, but it's nice that when we do get it, we don't have to look for a crocus. We already have one. So even if we get the snow yam on the first day, and we'll actively look for it on the first day, then we can open up the quarry, and that's going to work out well. So in Pierre's Prime Produce, we dropped off 10 gold corn. Hops is another vegetable, ironically. I don't know if it's that. It just seems odd to think of hops as a vegetable. So it doesn't really matter where we put that scarecrow. But we are going to finish off the order with hops. So we got 10 corn. We need 15 hops. That does not mean that we finish the task necessarily. We still have to grow and harvest 25, but we can harvest in due process. The stuff that we have in the fields is fine. And we got 2 weeks to do it. If we see that it's not working out, we can always sort of grow more. And in worst case scenario, if we don't actually pick 25 gold vegetables, then everything we've committed will end up in Lost and Found. We can get it from Mayor Lewis's office, but I think this is going to work out okay. I'm also collecting the jade. I was looking to see if I can make the mega bomb, but we don't even have the recipe for the mega bomb yet. So that's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to drop off the hops, and that will complete our 25 commitment for ship. We still have our 25 commitment for harvest. And we are going to go to the Calico Desert. We're going to take Pam's bus and do some digging in the earth, do some mining. So, yeah, we want a bus ticket. Yeah, take us there. Take me to the captain. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk to this trader. I never figured out the trader's name. But we're going to trade to get bombs, because he will sell his bombs for quartz. I think that's a good trade. I don't use the quartz for a lot of stuff, and I use bombs to get out of trouble. So say hi to Sandy, and say hi to Emily. and we will set up our arrangement here. We're going to start with the roots platter, because that's going to give us the buff of attack. We're also going to pack with us, let's take the shimmer. We're also going to pack with us the spicy eel, because that gives us a buff as well. But once we eat the spicy eel, we lose the first buff. So any food can only offer one buff, and any beverage can only offer one buff. You can have a compound buff from the standpoint of have a food buff and a drink buff, but once you have either again, it eliminates the first buff if it still was on. So we took care of that serpent. Now it's going to bring some friends. We're being attacked by serpents. We want to keep them on one side if we can. That's the easiest way, or at least keep them so we can swing one side and get everyone. Kind of what we're doing now. Or we can get swarmed by them, have them come from different sides. That's a bad thing. Let's get out of there. Okay, so we do want some more food. That didn't do us all that well. Sometimes when they hit you from different sides, it becomes a little more difficult. So this little rock pattern here, this is nice. This is a sort of concave rock pattern. I can sort of squeeze the, at least the big blue one into the corner, and hopefully not let the little blue ones free, but somehow they got free. But that's a good strategy when you're fighting the blue slimes, is kind of find a sort of a hook or some sort of curve so that we can get to them. We're going to go around this guy. We're not going to hit him head on. Oh, and there's more. So we're going to get a few of them, and we're going to blast, and we're going to get a few of them more, and we're going to blast. And that's sort of the way we're going to approach this. It looks like there's 2 left. Okay. And a serpent. We got to take care of the serpent. We should probably separate the serpent out. That's one of the tricks is if you have a serpent and something, certainly these guys, you try and take care of them separately, because they attack, sort of overlap. Yeah, here we go. We're going to have the mummy go a different way while we deal with the serpent, and now we deal with the mummy. So we want to bring him into the stones, because when we blast, we want... Oh, here's another serpent. This isn't good. When we blast, we want the bomb to do as much stone damage as we can. So that's kind of the plan there. Oh, this is an infested floor. Okay, let's get rid of the serpent, and then we'll take the jellies one by one. This is doable. So again, look for those sort of corners, the little convex areas that we can use to trap first the big blue and then the little blues, or purple, I guess. They're more purple than blue now. We're getting a fair bit of iridium ore. That's good. We got some more dwarf scrolls. I think those are repeated dwarf scrolls. I purposely moved my picture so you could see the floor number. I found trying to explain what was going on. Knowing what floor you're on is pretty important in the Skull Caverns. So that's kind of the plan there. I don't know if I'm going to continue it, but for this one, I felt it seemed a bit appropriate, so you could tell what floor we were doing. We're nowhere near the 25 that we'd like to be on. Once we get to 25, we're going to get 10,000 from Key or Qui, or I don't know how he pronounces his name, Mr. QI. So you've heard of Magnum PI maybe from the 70s. This is Mr. QI from the Skull Cavern, or from Calico Desert, I guess. So apparently he does some really cool stuff with you or for you or help you out, whatever. I've never gotten that far in the game that's been part of the game. So usually once I get past the first year, I kind of shut the game down, start a new one, see what we can do. That's just the way I play. But once, I'm sure he's a nice guy. Once we talk to him, let's see if we can, I want to get away from that. Oh, I didn't get far enough away from that bomb. I still got some bomb splatter on me. That's not good. So, all right, we can deal with this guy. It's nice that we're getting more bombs, even though I'm not really getting that effective at avoiding the blast. So, okay, we'll get rid of this. Definitely get the emerald. Now, I had reservations about getting these 2 gold because I know there can't be ladders underneath it. They're on sand. But, okay, we get a ladder soon enough. That's and there's hardly any chance we're going to get to 25. So I wasn't that concerned. This is a nice small floor, so let's bomb, because it will get like 3/4 of all the stones on the floor just with one bomb. That helps us find ladders. Again, I don't know why we're rushing things. We're not going to get to 25 anytime soon. So we will, we got some fire quartz. We will get this big blue jelly and make our way. It's midnight. Let's not expose ourselves too much. We'll head back, leave the mine, and we'll leave the bomb and the spicy eel behind. The other thing we do, I do want to trade that ruby for another spicy eel. It's we lose, I think, like 75G in the process or thereabouts, but it's worth it. And of course, getting the treasure trove over top of the 5 Omni Geodes. The Omni Geodes are starting to sort of repeat themselves. We're getting stuff that we've already seen before. The the artifact troves, even though the first thing this morning it did, tend to be less so. So if we're trying to fill Gunther's shelves, I think that's a good trade. But it's tough to say. It's a bit of a crapshoot. We had left the barn and the coop doors open, so we do have to get down to the barn and the coop and close them up before we get to bed. Again, that spicy eel I would have liked to have left behind, but we got it after we had already interacted with the chest in the Calico Desert. So let's make our way down and close the door for the ladies. Let them get some rest and refill the cheese maker. We can take a look. Oh, that's a good spot. We're going to put all of our cloth there because if we do get wool, if we do get sheep, that's sort of the best place for them. So let's load up the kegs. I'm hoping that 13 is enough or whatever, 14, whatever. Looks like we'll have 2 extra. That's good. We can store those for next time, but we're soon going to have to get into wheat, it looks like. So let's trade up our peach for our peach jelly and close out. I think it is time for bed. We'll drop off the cave carrot in the food box and sleepy. That's good. So just over 6,000, almost 7,000, not counting what we already dropped off at Pierre's, as well as what we invested in the quest. Tomorrow it's going to be cloudy and the fortunes are very happy. Well, it's back to you. Yeah, good point about this is a course in production management. We're going to try and get to all production management issues, even if they don't organically come up in Stardew Valley. But certainly the formulas don't all come up organically in Stardew Valley. So next episode, while Av is at the festival, saying hi to everyone, we'll use that time to do the formulas. So the idea being, he can go to the festival. We'll forget all the parts where he's doing his shaking the hands, and then we'll go to where he competes in the Grange Festival, Grange competition, and the whole thing about fishing so that we can get the Star Drop or the extra boost there and the prize ticket. But once it gets back to me, I will go through some of the stuff for the formulas, which I think are important. But as far as today went, we had a pretty good day. We did water and harvest, pet all the animals, process the products, check for the special order board for the community cleanup. They didn't have the community cleanup, but they did have Pierre's, so that's going to give us an extra shipper. That's kind of cool. And we are doing that one. We did not collect 450 wood, but we will get to that. There was a lot of stuff going on. I'm glad Av did what Av did because a lot of it was pretty important. Certainly getting to Clint's and getting to the Calico Desert and collecting some stuff was the right thing. Hopefully you're getting something out of this. It is meant to be a course, so hopefully we're doing something educational. If we can do something better educationally or entertainment-wise, please let us know in the comments. Other than that, hope to see you next episode. This is Dino the Ops Guy signing off.